Sometimes in life, you see, it's I know. In fact, I don't know. It's only sorry. I will say this: a witch that wouldn't feel sad about what happened to Chioma and Davido. Only a witch. And when I say witch, my mother will always say something. My mother will say, we always think that witches are people that fly. We imagine in our head they fly, people that are flying. We don't think they are the people just next to us that just hates for no reason, have an unforgiving heart, jealous, envious, covet. You understand? They cause disputes amongst people. They are happy to see others fall. That is what my mother said is witchcraft. She said it's not people flying, or the story we are told that it's not people that go under the banana tree or plantain tree to do meeting in the midnight. So it's a thing that we all know that, in fact, if I'm permitted to say the world, many are disheartened, many are heartbroken. You know why? Because all of us have been able to see when Chioma was pregnant of that baby. I can't even mention his name. That's how difficult it is for me. I can't put his picture on my page because that child is equally my own child too. I don't know if you people understand. That baby is for everybody. Though yes, it's for the Adele case, it's for Chioma, but it's for everybody. We are also much like grandma, auntie, mommy to him. We are we none of us thought we would see the day we exit the world. None of us. I bet none of us. And especially because for many of us, Davido has become one of our favorites. In fact, Chioma has become, the two of them together has become one, if not our favorites. If you notice, every once a blue moon I talk about them. I'm always like, they are what, in fact they are my, if you talk about young couples or young about to be couples, if you want to say talk about them, I think you will notice that I talk about them. In fact, I have this soft spot for Davido, and I have this love for Chioma. I love her so much. I don't know them, never come across them in my life, but I know his music. I don't even watch Chioma's chef something. I don't know anything about her chef. But I know the same way I feel is the same way many Nigerians feel. Even people that are not Nigerians that love Davido. And the little lad, everybody, you understand, we all saw when he was in the belly. And we all saw when he came thus forth into the world. So we are all heartbroken. Nobody, nobody. So it came as a surprise to me when I saw that a prophet, Samuel, claims he had prophesied, the death of this little lad. I was shocked. Never heard about it. Even though I think it came out too early to talk about it. I felt he should have waited. I felt he should have waited because those people are still hurting badly. And especially when he came out, he didn't only come out to only say, oh, I said it. Because he kept saying, he said, I don't know. I don't even know him. But he now made it look like something else disastrous is bound to happen again in 2023. I think sometimes we should allow people to grieve. This is not the right time to come and spell more doom over people that are grieving. Now, this is not the right time to even tell them anything. if you can't mourn with them this period, it's better many of us just keep quiet. I beg of you. Yeah, the loss of a child, the loss of a child, the loss of a child, you don't even wish it on your enemy. Because I see some of you typing, oh, negligence. Some of you typed it on Chioma. Chioma is negligent. Oh, why is she following Davido up and down? Ah, my darling people, please think about it. There are some people that leave their children and they travel. They travel, younger ones than that, and they will still come back and meet that child. Ah, that's where we say, Kabiosi. Can we question God? I'm telling you. We can't question anybody. In fact, even the housemaid. Even though, yes, for civil case, it is only right that they carry out investigation if they've done postmortem autopsy on the little lad and it shows that maybe was he strangled? I'm only thinking out of the box. And was dumped in the water. Is there anything dodgy? Could it be politically motivated? Could it be rivalry motivated? Could it be just the fact that negligence? The boy, prior to that day, was learning how to swim with the father just on Monday. And maybe nobody, as far as we heard there are many people in the house, and he has one house help designated to him. She doesn't cook, she doesn't do anything. She's just designated to him to take care of him. So, what happened? Did she assume he was somewhere else? Did she think he was, obviously we have gates man. Do you understand that we have security men? All those people didn't see that child when that child went into the water. When that child went into the water. And guess what we heard? We heard that child... Sorry, what is happening? Who is this idiot? Who is this idiot called Ayodele Adedoyin? Ṣé wèrè leléyìí ni? Are you mad? Are you mad? Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí n blọ́ọ̀kì wèrè olórí burúkú yìí kúrò lórí péjì mi. Ẹ jẹ́ n blọ́ọ̀kì wèrè olórí burúkú yìí kúrò lórí péjì mi. Ẹ jẹ́ n blọ́ọ̀kì wèrè olórí burúkú yìí kúrò lórí péjì mi. Because ẹlòmíì wà tẹ́pọ̀ lórí burúkú ni wọ́n. Like I saw somebody write a comment. The person said, there are some people, God, I'm sorry to say this, that should have gone, that God should have taken in place of that little lad. Do you understand? Because they make the world a terrible place for everybody. When this innocent little boy, with people in the house, even if the mother and father traveled or went out or anything, we can't blame them. We should not put the blame on Chioma, because some of you have taken it to that extent of thinking, oh, is she supposed to, when, she's supposed to stay at home, she's on, some people go out like that. Some people travel and they will still meet their child hale and hearty. And is this their first time of going out? Think about it. Is this their first time of going out together? Some then said it is it's the problem for the rich because he died in a swimming pool. They don't have swimming pool. No. I want you all to sober reflect. You can, not you, God forbid that for you or me. A child can just go inside a bucket of water. Even Shalanga, what do they call that place where they draw water in a face me, I face you house? A child can just, you will just be cooking in, this face me and face you house. And a child can go, you won't know. And the child can just walk into the, what do they call that place that they draw water? If is it Shalanga? You know what what do they call it in English? What do they call it in English? So I want us to, when some of us are thinking and we are writing, please don't put the blame on the parents. As Chioma may see all those things. You people are going to kill that girl's heart. I'm angry, and my anger is, God, why? Why did that boy die? But I'm not getting any answer. And a prophet that said he already saw the vision and said it in January. Prophet Samuel, I saw the man in a polo top wearing blue Louis Vuitton, even though I felt it was too early for him to come and even say that. Because, it can make them, if they hear it, they will start to blame themselves. That assuming they heard about it, they should have gotten in touch with this man. They will start to guilt. It's like you are guilt stripping them. Is that they are making it look like they've already been forewarned, and because they did not get in touch, then that's why that boy died. Oh, I know God is not a wicked God. It is sad, but a child that will bury you will not die before you. So hard to say. It is so hard to take. But believe this, a child that will bury you will not die before you. We shouldn't make them feel they are the cause, because I know what I'm saying. When God forbid that any of you experience it, God forbid, you don't even wish it on your enemy. God forbid. God forbid that anybody experience it. It's not, death is not for the rich. Not because, they had swimming pool. Mind you, the Banj, those son that died then, of blessed memory, darling, the mother was around. The mother was in the house when it happened. So, can we then blame the mother? Will a mother ever want his or her child to die? No mother. No God-fearing mother. Because we learned that there are some mothers that don't mind their children dying. No God-fearing mother. It's just awareness for us the more. Remember the case of what's that child's name? That the parents went on holiday in one of the European country and they never came back with that child. The child was adopted. Until tomorrow, they don't know where that child is. Kids are if you say the responsibility of a mother, the biggest task is handling children. The responsibility of a mother. The biggest task is handling children. I'm telling you, the biggest task is handling children. You have to be very vigilant. You can't leave a child at any time and a lot of times when you think about that as well, you won't also have a life. Mind you, put into consideration that when I gave birth, I'm just using myself now, I gave birth and my child was only a few months, not yet a year, when I got my admission into the college. If I said I should sit back, that means I won't go to school and we have to wait to, even by now, he's still a baby, as far as I'm concerned. So, you see, so life has to go on, but the thing still remains. It is not that because wife went out with the husband, that means that it's negligence. That means that they are at fault. No, we shouldn't add more to their pains. We shouldn't add more to their pains. If we cannot mourn with them, we can't pity them. The comments I'm reading, I'm like, I don't understand how we reason. Can we, for Christ's sake, also think that even if they were in the house, it can still happen? Do you know? If it has already been predestined that our little son, that's the age, the moment he clocks 3, is going back to be with the Lord. Even if the parents were in the house, he has written it. Emi kúkúrú ló kọ. But he's 3 years on earth. He enjoyed it more than some people that have lived 1,000 years. In fact, people won't forget that boy. He is a symbol on his own. I don't know where they got that boy from. I don't know the reason why God allowed that boy to come and to live. Mind you, they don't even know. They said he was long dead when they found him in the water. In fact, it was the house help, his nanny, that saw him and cried out, and they rushed him to Lagoon Hospital in the absence of his parents. He was already dead. Understanding was, at the time they were refusing to say anything out, prayer was ongoing. That was the understanding. They were believing God would bring him back. But after a while, they had to accept that little lad is gone. I don't want to mention his name. I am not strong enough to mention his name. I don't think, I just don't feel, to me, it's like I can give birth to Chioma. So that child is my own grandchild. If Chioma is that young, I can give birth to her. So that child is my grandchild. If my first child to have given birth. But that is what has been written for that little boy. We can't come out and be typing the way we are typing. Those kids, Davido and the wife, and the wife to be Chioma, they will be seeing it. You people will be breaking their hearts the more. That's not typing. It will be breaking their hearts the more, knowing that you are all making it, not all of us now, but some people, they are making it like it's their negligence. Where did the Chioma go? We don't need that. I told you people, I said, the hurt I have when I lost my child, till tomorrow, I always think, assuming I was awake, my son wouldn't have died. I still feel guilty till tomorrow when I lost my child. There's no amount of anything that you can tell a mother who lost her child. You can't heal them. Allow God heal those people. Till tomorrow. When you have a child that is hale and hearty, that little boy, their son, hale and hearty, not sick. They were not asking God to take his life. In fact, he's a glow. when you see him, they said he's very, very happy boy. Oh, always, he has, to me, has Chioma's face, then has Davido's kind of happiness. But Chioma's face, then Davido's kind of happiness, then Davido's kind of swag. Little boy like that. You will feel, when he's with the mother, when they were going to Lord and they carried him, you can tell that the is one giant, is a little boy, he boy a giant. His eyes is always sharp. And the play he has with his father and the bone, you can tell. So, when I woke up that time and I saw that child, my own son, I just saw blood from his mouth, like this, little blood, little, nothing from his nose. There's nothing I did not think. I thought 1,000,000 things. Trust me, my people. 1,000,000 things. I said, if I was awake, I would have seen death come. I would have preferred death to take me instead of my child. That is a mother. If you ask Chioma, she will be asking God, why her son? Why not her? God forbid. There's nothing a mother can lay down for their child. Trust me. That's why they even have a carer for the boy. It's not a disabled boy. Nothing is wrong with him. Just so that somebody can be looking after him when they go out. Abi, when they go out again. They will, my people. They will. Face it. Be real. I wasn't convinced. I had to tell them, the doctor, to help me when they did autopsy. I said, are you sure I didn't sleep on him? Because I thought I must have suffocated him to death. That's how guilty I felt over the death of my child. Every mother, even when the child is sick, you will still be feeling guilty. Talk less of when the child is not sick. You will be feeling guilty as if you didn't try enough. Maybe you did. I was asking doctor. Doctor said they've carried out autopsy. They called it cot death. What is the meaning of cot death? Meaning natural death. No cause for death. Now, peace. Assuming God forbid that time, I went for a party. And such a thing happened. What would people say? Upon that, people still they wanted to sympathize with me. They said I wasn't prayerful enough. A lady told me, Badurani. This is not that I went out and it happened. My son died. So, because at Kokwe Mustafa, he will be young, he won't stay, he will live for so period and go. No matter how I have tried to find an answer to his death, till tomorrow, I have no answer. That's the same way Chioma is feeling right now. She would have thought to herself, what if that day she had stayed back? I bet you that the band's wife was at home and it still happened. The nanny will be saying, what if she has realized? What was she doing? She probably assumed the boy was with another person, maybe in the other place. The other person to assume, because we don't know, because we have been told that up to 7 or 9 of them, they have been arrested. I bet it's the cook, the nanny, the security, all of them. They have carried all of them. That's what we are told. But I know it's because many people will be telling Davido many things. And Davido, if you look at him, as nice as he is, he will be very upset. You understand? Because they are paying people to look after that child. Do you understand? And they haven't carried out. But it is the It is God. God for may God, may Satan not try us more than what we can withstand. Because, like, in the case of Job, he went to take permission from God before Job was tried. May our trial not be more than what our heart can take. They will tell him many things now. I just pray he holds himself and his wife, and they just start, if possible, if they can stop listening to people for now. If possible, they can stop listening, because the people will say things. In fact, some people will even start saying, I read it somewhere where people went to attack the guy. The guy said, are you sure that they did not use this boy for, you understand, all this ritual abuse, like doing, I don't know what the person meant. People attacked him, the person that wrote it. That's how our people think. So they should expect more rubbish things. As long as they've carried out autopsy, they don't see anything, like, maybe the boy walked inside. They should allow their mind, they should please close their ears to people. Anything insult they give them or anything, please, they should just not allow that affect their mental state, because they will guilt trip them. They will guilt trip them, especially Chioma. They are, they should please just close their ears. Chioma should take good care of her sanity and her mind. This is the time she needs all of us. There's nothing as terrible. Even a mother that the child is not well doesn't want that child to die. Go and ask. A child that they will tell that this child, when he comes into the world, or he or she is not going to have a quality life. He or she will be dependent on you. They will still say, I want to give birth to that child. Talk less of when a child is sound, hale, hearty, and the child just dies. And especially because they were not there. It wasn't that, he probably saw the way he swam that day and wanted to go and retry it again. When the daddy was saying he will quickly learn. If you go and listen to that thing, the daddy said this one will quick learn. He was happy with the father, and he probably didn't see anybody. He just went. No life jacket, nothing. Went to jump inside the water. He probably thought it's just a joke. They don't understand. At that age, he didn't know that, what he did was something that is life threatening. He didn't understand what will happen to him, because he's a child. Because he's a child. Some of you may say, that one is the problem of rich people. If you don't have swimming pool in the house, a child can also drown in the well. A child can drown in a bucket. A child can drown in a bath. A child can drown anywhere. You don't have to have swimming pool in the house for a child to drown. A child can drown anywhere. It's not a problem for the rich. It's a problem for every one of us. Children, their mind, you will be here like this. When you go out with your child, watch them. Some of them will just go, enter lift, press the lift, and the lift will lock up. They don't know. They don't understand danger. They don't know the magnitude of that thing they are doing. They are just youths. They are just children. That's why you see some mothers, Oyibo people, you will see them, they will use dog rope to hold their child. Anywhere they are, they will hold the child like this. Because they know children don't understand danger like that. They don't have to be autistic not to understand. Age, as time goes on, they will start to understand. But it takes time. It takes time. Don't let's pray, blame them. Let us pray for them. Let us pray for Davido, because you know Davido is a responsible father. He loves his children. In fact, he loves all his children. But because this one is his guy, is his boy, you can see he's building him up to be like him. So we have to put them in our prayers. We have to put them in our prayers, especially Chioma. My mother had to tell my husband, because the thing was, they needed to send me to Nigeria. The loss of a child, my people, forget it. If they don't take good care of that girl, it can make her mind scatter. Please, pray for her. And the prophet that came out to talk, it's too early. Prophet Samuel, it is too early. It is too early. I don't know the man. It's too early. When people are going through grieving and just not up to 24 hours. I just saw it today. I said, waiting with this one again. Sir, wisdom is profitable too. At least as a prophet, you should know. It's too early. It is too early to come out and, say those things. You should wait. At least, let even 2 weeks or a month. At least they didn't say that the white thing that you said want to happen, which I reject for them. I don't know what it is. The white one, you said the tea have happened. That's why the boy can happen on Thursday. I don't understand everything he was saying. But he said he had seen that, he said it already, that the little lad was going to die. I don't know him. But the thing was, my own pain is that hearing that we psychologically make those people feel very guilty more. Oh, sorry, somebody wrote something. Let me read it. Eniola Awode, you are right, Yeye. I lost a child in a similar way. She got choked while they were force feeding her in a daycare. I left her in a daycare, went to work, not quite 2 hours of settling down to work. I got a call from the daycare. By the time I got there, she was stone dead. I know how Davido will be feeling now. May God heal their soul and give them peace. Oh, my darling, Eniola, oh, I love you. It is well with you. I understand. Those of us that have been there, I think we can think of how Chioma is feeling. Madam, I didn't say so. Okay, that wouldn't have. Okay, I think some people were saying something about. Is suing worth it after death stone? It's so sad. I'm so sorry for you. Madam, I didn't say suing them will bring the child back, but to serve as a lesson so other children don't. You see, it's not everybody that really want to do all those things. Okay, like Davido now. Sorry, I should just talk briefly on that. Like, you see, Davido as he is now, I know it's people that they are probably will be giving him all kinds of ideas of, because right now he will be very restless as the father. He will be very restless. Chioma, I can't believe she's probably not crying, but she's not able to sleep. She will have 1 million thoughts of that boy in her head. All their relation, they probably have given her medication now to try and get her to at least sleep, because she will be in shock. If she can manage to cry, it's the grace of God, because that will help ease her mind. her blood pressure probably may trigger. I can't say. I don't know, because we all grieve differently. But for Davido right now, many people, we have many things to suggest to him, like, the house girl. I'm just trying to think of Eniola, what she, any something that just, Awode, that just said something now. They would tell him all kinds of, some people will say, it could be politically motivated. Maybe somebody from APC, they said they've planned with the people working with him. I'm just thinking, just saying many things that many people have been typing. Understand? They will say, maybe they should, maybe because he's a youth ambassador for PDP in his state, and for that reason, maybe they killed that, God forbid, our son and everything. Some people, and maybe they will tell him that he should arrest all those people, they should be interrogated. People will suggest, and some will say, it could be diabolical, because in just few months now, you can tell that Davido is head over heels about this his son, and obviously intending to marry the mother. They will start insinuating all kinds of things in terms of rivalry. Could it be that is a missile or a diabolical thing just to get that boy out of the way, and Chioma, many things like that. They will be saying many things, suggesting many things to him, and obviously the devil obviously too will be telling him many things. Aside that, then they will say, okay, because he's doing so well, could it be a missile from his musical career, musical world, and his all contenders and everything, just to disorganize, just to destabilize him, just to scatter his brain and stuff like that. Many things that they will say. And also they will say, oh, it's Chioma's negligence. Like some people say, oh, it's Chioma's negligence. Oh, because now she's gotten Davido back. She was supposed to be staying at home with the guy, this our son, that she went out with Davido. That's why the thing happened. When she was with the boy, this thing did happen, and blah, blah. They want to put all the blame on Chioma. Oh, many things. Then some will say it's the house help. Oh, some will say it's the security. Some will say, are you sure they didn't poison the boy? Obviously, Davido is a very rich guy from a very rich background. I bet if you talk about autopsy, they would have carried out everything. Trust God, trust me on that. I can bet it that they will leave no stone untouched regarding autopsy, just so that they are sure. And even what do they call this thing that they always do? That they did it when I had my Mustafa, when my son died in my bedroom. Yeah, they did it too. Where they will come and do what's that thing that police would do? All these people, they will come and check if you actually were the one, because a mother can kill their child too. They do it, that they kill their child. What's that thing that forensic? They would have done forensic. If they have it in Nigeria, they will check the last place the boy was, everything, to be sure it's not that somebody walked him there and went to throw him inside the water so that he would drown. I believe, I know it with that Davido and the father, they will import somebody that will come and do it from abroad. I know they will not take anything for granted, because just to clear their mind. Now, concerning the fact that all these people that they arrested, security man, nanny, as if you want to find out, only God knows the kind of house help that they have. But I want to believe the house help that Chioma has must be somebody she knows herself. I want to believe so. Not that Davido got her. Not that Davido got the girl. You will see, as a mother, with that Chioma that I am seeing, she will think of it. Her son is gone. That girl will be crying. I don't know if it's a carelessness. I don't know where she was when this boy went to this pool, you understand? But you will be surprised they will let them go. I'm telling you. Because they can't bring back that son. If it's not that they poisoned him, or they purposely went to drown him, or they killed him. Do you understand that they can find that physically? If they've done all that, and Davido and Chioma, they are able to clear their conscience that it is done correctly, and they can't find anybody's hand in the death of their child. If it is witchcraft that did it, they will leave it to God. I'm telling you. You know, that man was saying, the prophet claimed, oh, I don't know. The prophet claimed that, you know, the reason why that thing, the death of that our son is because there were some prayers that they were meant to do that they didn't do. That's why I'm not happy with that prophet. Because coming out now to say it, not up to 24 hours, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to make those children, that is Davido and Chioma, to feel guilty? Sir, because I see that you are a young man. At least we should apply wisdom with these children. Wait. Just wait. Wait. Let them grieve this matter. At least give them some time. Even affliction will not arise a second time. We should please wait. Because when I saw the prophet, I was like, this is exactly how they made me feel when I lost a child. They made me feel as if I am a sinner. No. Let's be patient. The reports say both Chioma traveled to Ibadan to discuss with their family on their upcoming marriage. It doesn't even matter where they went. Even if they went for Davido's show, I can't fault them. They have been going together and they've been together doing their thing like that. They come back home, meet their baby in peace. Okay? It doesn't matter. You understand? It has happened. It has happened. The nanny pressing phone, the nanny has been pressing phone before too. And that boy didn't die. So in the end, Madam, I have watched that video since 4 months ago. Studies have shown that when parents teaches or play with their kids in the water, the kids has a higher chance of drowning within that short period, because the kid curiosity about swimming had been aroused at that time. That is the gospel truth. Kemi Oguns. You know, I don't want to go into that, because maybe for some of you that want to teach your child how to swim, if you come abroad here, you will notice that they will always put a life jacket. Anytime a child is going to swimming pool, no matter how small the water is, they must put a life jacket. They are trying to train the child that you don't come into this water without a life jacket. If you come abroad, a father or a mother trying to train their child to swim, you will always see a life jacket around the child. They have their own size. So, but you know, on the day that Davido and the son, they were doing it, it wasn't with a life jacket. So I don't know if the boy, obviously. Then when you have a swimming pool in your house, even here, there must always be somebody. So maybe those are the people that they have arrested that should be around that swimming pool, because the swimming pool is deep. If you notice that the swimming pool was here for Davido, so obviously the baby going inside it will probably just jump, or he was playing and mistakenly slipped into it. But because there was nobody supervising him, that's the end of the story. Nobody could shout, nobody could, you understand? We don't know what happened. We cannot say he purposely went there and he went to swim. Do you understand? He probably was just going there to touch the water and he tripped inside it. Nobody. But normally, there's always a security You know, all this, that guy, any house that there's swimming pool, there must be a guide for the swimming pool, a security them, and they'll always use a lifeguard. Every training you go to here in abroad, you will never see our children that when they train there from primary school or be secondary, nursery school, you must always, these are things that they must have. It is compulsory. So when a child wants to go near water, automatically the child will ask for that thing. So it's a way of letting that child know that you always need a lifeguard, all those things. But it is now too late. We can't do anything about it. If they ask all of us, what is our wish now? I bet our only wish right now is that boy to come back. If they ask us, even they said some people went into prayers yesterday. That's why there was speculation, rumors, and they also told Eniola all those things. They were trying to pray. They prayed. But when they pray and God says, I've taken him, what can we do? The child, somebody is saying, the child went to practicalize what the father taught him. Children cope so fast. That push should have a cover when not in use. Child proof is very important for all households with little children. Yes, you know, all those things now, lifeguard and pool cleaner, all those things, you know, it is now, there's nothing that we can do about it. I mean, it's, as we are talking now, it's medicine after death. Do you understand? There's nothing we can do about it. You know, so we cannot go back. We can't continue to find fault when people are in pains. We can't be finding fault. We can't continue to say, oh, it is fault, it is fault. It's just for you to know that this kind of thing can happen even in face me, I face you house. It is not a problem for only the rich. It is a problem of every child, every home. It can happen in a bucket, in the well. It can happen anywhere. It's just that kids are like that. They are they are all over the place. If you are not careful, you don't have, you know, help or yourself to look after them seriously. I remember when I was young, I followed my older ones across the road. Yeah. And they didn't know that I was behind them. My mother was in the bathroom. In fact, when my mother came out, she came out with soap and water all over her. Water, soap all over her. What am I saying? My older ones crossed the road. They didn't know I was coming behind them. As I followed them like this, the car that was coming carried me. Bam! The car was dragging me like this. That's why I don't have lashes here. The car was dragging it. Maybe something just took my eyes from there and was dragging me. God just brought me. It was a Volkswagen. God brought me out of that. I don't know what grabbed me because all my face was with blood. My leg broken. And the man ran away. And nobody knew. My immediate older brother ran after because they thought I was dead. The man hit me, hit and run, ran away. Who do you blame? And I was just 6 years old that time. 6 years old. The accident took place. My mother was in the bathroom. We have house helps. My older ones, 2 of them were going just opposite us. And I followed them without them knowing that their younger sister was behind them. And the car just carried me. The car was coming like this. Didn't you? As I crossed, I didn't know, you know, as a young girl, I didn't know that they would look red like. The car just carried me. The car carried me. And the man hits and run. If not for my older brother, that stealthily followed this man. He didn't care. He thought maybe the younger sister was dead. He followed him. The man did not know. My brother saw where the compound he entered. My brother then came home. Then they had to start rushing me down to Igbobi hospital. They rushed me to the hospital in Ikeja Medical Hospital. They said they should start rushing me to Igbobi because my leg has broken. I was at home for 6 good months. It was my brother that took my father to the place that the man went. That was when they arrested the man. So some people have drowned like that and they survive. Abi? Why some? That's why you should know that we can't question God. It's sad. We should all be praying for Chioma and what's his name? David. Be praying for them, especially Chioma. Because when a mother sees the death of a child, it never goes. For the rest of her life, though she has others, and you know, Chioma is that's her only child. They can't forget it. Every time, especially the story surrounding this child. You know, they were not at home. They don't know, you know, they were thinking, what if they were home? Then the guilt, then we shouldn't add to it. Rather, I will admonish you people. Please don't join those people that are just going after them and giving it to them. Like, as if they have done what, But I'm not saying that the death of that child is okay. All I'm saying is, it is God. Some people have left their child, and this is not the first time they've gone out and they come back and meet our son well. This is not the first time. You understand? Recently, a Kenyan lady drowned while on Facebook Live. You see now? You see now? You see now? Anybody can. I just believe that, that boy just came. I wish Chioma, I wish somebody can help me tell her she should please just calm down. Let it not affect her mental state. I can't say more. I won't lie to you. When people lose their child, leave them. They just want to be by themselves. Don't pray for anybody to lose their child. No matter how wicked you are, don't even say it to your enemy. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. It can run people mad. It's not a good thing. Don't say it to anybody. Don't wish it. Don't even, when you see somebody in such situation, if you don't have anything good to say, just shut up. Please just shut up. Please, just shut up. Please. Just shut up. I pity Chioma and I pity Davido. You can imagine grandpa, all of them will be so sad. But here my question is that 5 people are in the house. So how come they did not mention him? God have mercy. It is very painful. Yes, Abioye, that's what I'm saying. It is still the word negligence. Assumption of negligence. The nanny gogon maybe assume he's with security. If you notice that, looking at that boy, you will know he's a joy of their home. He's sure a fun loving boy. He probably would be, if he's not with nanny, I don't know how big their house is. He's with this person. He's with this person. So the thing is, he probably, when he left here and understanding that he has an opportunity to go near water, and like you people rightly said, that water, there's supposed to be a guard there. You can't leave water unattended to. Here abroad, if you go to swimming pool, there's part for children, there's part for other people. Me, that I don't like going to gym sef, you know, going to the swimming pool section, and you simple that swimming pool that you go and stay inside like this and go and stay inside, and you will still hold the edge. If you see me inside it, I'm like a jelly. The wave inside it is always doing me as if my body, my part of my body will turn to fish. I don't know how to swim. I don't know how to swim. So you can imagine how that water is. Then they put that little boy went inside that water. At least we saw the water a few days. At least you can see the water on the internet. You can see it. At least you people saw it where his daddy was training him. So he probably just noticed that no, at least nobody is seeing. And you know, kids are very very adventurous and mischievous. Kids, they don't understand danger. He just looks like a sharp boy, you know, just sharp. Maybe he can talk and just do, you understand? He would have just seen that nobody is looking at him. He probably just quickly ran to where daddy had taken him to, and nobody was looking. Ask girl, if it's true she was with phone, if it's true, they will know all those things. I think the arrest of all of them, they will know the truth. You people, maybe over time, will hear. But I know that when people were expecting Davido to come out and talk, it's too early. What is he going to say? In fact, many of the informations we are hearing, they may all be false. It's too early. No matter how strong they are, and they are strong in maybe in the Lord, the new, or whatever they serve, they will still grieve. That's their child. In fact, Chioma may still be in shock. No matter what it is, even if she try and be strong, she is still early. I talk what? So the story we are hearing, it might just be fake. Maybe they didn't even arrest anybody. Maybe there's nothing like interrogation of any of them. Maybe it's all false. Maybe they didn't arrest any, because the people that can tell us what is happening is from the inside, like it's PR, and all those things. They are not talking because they know that maybe Davido just close himself for inside one place. They vex. Looking at him, he will be the type that will be doing, maybe hitting, like, what? He will be so angry. But Chioma may be crying, just quiet, not sleeping. We don't know. It's too early for them to say anything. It's too early. Those two people they are not normal for now. It's too early. All the story we are hearing, don't even rely on them, because they may all be false stories. Yes, it may be true that he drowned. That one, I think that one is true. He drowned. But others that they've arrested some people, the house help was on the phone, all those stories, people can just form it. Some people that are typing on the media will say, maybe that phone, the girl go sit down. Maybe you understand. Don't believe anything yet. And it is even too early to hear. Even the party that is the youth ambassador, that's PDP or Osun State, everything they wrote was just condolence. They don't even know what happened past condolence. That's all they wrote. Where is a youth ambassador? They don't know where. It's too early. Maybe Davido is not talking to anybody, even Chioma gone. Maybe Chioma too is not talking to anybody. Maybe everybody don't lock themselves inside one place. How soon do you think they can get over that child? That's a child, not a chicken. A child. A child. She will even be thinking they are pranking her. I'm sorry to use that word, prank. It's too early. My people, I won't lie to you people. Even when I didn't know that my child, that my boy was dead, I didn't know. I thought maybe he choked her because he's not moving. But it was later now. The thing is, when my daughter called ambulance, because I wasn't normal, my daughter was the one that called daddy, my husband now, and my daughter was saying that this has happened, daddy, this has happened. And my husband was saying, call ambulance. Do you know I didn't know the number of ambulance? Do you know? They are telling me to call ambulance. I can't remember 999. My brain went. That's how people run mad. That's how people collapse and die. My memory shut down. They said call ambulance. I didn't understand what my husband was saying. My daughter was talking to me, mommy. It was my daughter that was able to call ambulance. 999. I don't know number of ambulance. Ask me my name. I don't know. They were asking the address, everything. I don't know. That's shock. That is shock. That's how Chioma will be feeling now. When they got to, when you say, I think with the way my daughter spoke, when they got to our house, ambulance came in with police. It wasn't only ambulance. I think there's a way you will call ambulance. There's a manner you talk, police comes with them. Because normally when you call ambulance will come alone. But I think when you say something like, maybe my daughter said my younger brother is not breathing or something like that. I don't know, I can't remember. But they came with police. When they came with police, no, everyday friend, don't say they don't know. That's why we are saying what happened where there should be CCTV. You don't know if they already know. They have not spoken from their family. They haven't spoken that. You people don't know if they've seen CCTV. You see, they have not said anything to us. People are only speculating anything. You people should wait. We should wait. Those people are not okay now. We should wait. It's not even up to 48 hours. We are asking for what happened. You can't blame them for, you don't know if they have all information. You have to wait. You understand? So at the end of it, the police came. Do you know that at the end of it, I was number one suspect? It was later on that I realized that I was number one suspect. Do you people know? When something happens to somebody in the house, it's those of you in the house that is number one suspect. It's the person that died that is innocent. I was number one suspect. I didn't even know I was number one suspect. I just noticed that when the ambulance came, I didn't know that the ambulance have told the police that it seemed like this child is, they try to do all this resuscitation, all those things. I don't know what they call it, but they tried. They now told me that who is coming to stay, because I was alone with my children. My husband wasn't with me. So I had to call my pastor. So the pastor and my wife and his wife arrived as late as around that 2 a.m. to my house. Yeye Judy says, thank you, Yeye Kude. I just don't get these insensitive people with their blame game. They don't even let them process what just hit them. Exactly. They have to wait. You see, people are, they are grieving. They are not even normal now, as they are. They are not normal. Hey, do you people understand? God forbid, none of you will experience it in Jesus' name. None of you will experience it in Jesus' name. Ní rí kú ọmọ láíláí. God will not allow even your enemy, you don't wish them like that. You don't wish them like that. They carried, when the police came, they came with, when my pastor came, my pastor used me to preach for years. My pastor. Because he has never been beside a woman that lost a child before. He said his first time, he didn't know that a mother to lose a child, that he has never seen a fist as strong as that before. Because when they said to me that, okay, they have to run with my son to the hospital, that the pastor and myself can come in. They ran with, if you see the way they took my child, they ran to the hospital with him, the ambulance. So my pastor's wife stayed with the children, and myself and my pastor went in the car to the hospital. When we got to the hospital, I just noticed that all the nurses, they were, overly nice. They were calling each other. I don't know, they must have known that, this woman, may they not give you executive treatment for a bad news. Say amen. May you not see bad news, and the people will start giving you executive treatment. Hospital that you will get to AIE before you even see doctor, it will take you 6 hours. It didn't take them 1 second. When the moment I arrived, they just quickly carried me inside, quickly took me to one place, sat me down. Then I saw up to 8 people. They came to meet me. All of them doctors. Some were nurses. They now started talking. They said they have tried. By the time they brought the boy, he was already gone, but they've done everything. He's not coming back. That I should come and see him. I should allow them. There are some machine. I don't know all the names of these things. All these things, I don't know them. I just know that he had some machine in his mouth, some things. They said I should come and allow them remove those things. That was when my pastor said, maybe I stood up. I can't remember till tomorrow. But I fell down. I held my pastor's leg. Pastor, please, wake up my son. He said, the way I gripped that leg, a woman, it was as if they put maybe metal. His blood ceased. I went on the floor and I just held the pastor's leg, that the pastor should wake my son. That is the challenge of a mother that sees the child die, and you are telling your pastor to wake that child up. The pastor was in shock. You understand? I wanted him, because we've seen in the Bible where Jesus Christ rose the dead. So I said, Pastor, you should wake my child. Oh, my people, it's not, I don't think we should be here blaming anybody. Because if not, we are not helping Chioma. We are hurting her. Please, let's all be praying for her, that God will heal her. Let me tell you, it doesn't matter you have all the children. When one dies, you won't even remember you have any child. That one will be as if you have never seen death before. May you not experience it. May my enemies not experience it. May your enemies not experience it. You can't wish your enemy the death of a child. More so, you don't even want a child that is sick to die. That's really, so some people, they beg for death to take them. Talk less of a child that is hale, hearty, everything well. So those family are in pains. Let's remember them in prayers. Let's pray for them. Let's continue to remember Chioma in prayers. You know, her firstborn. Her firstborn. She will be so scared. She will be so scared. She will be so scared. Because, you know, some people will go and tell her it's a diabolical. Some people will say, you know, they will be poisoning her mind. But I will tell her, Chioma, please, if you can blank the word, please, the only person you need, or the only one you need right now, aside your husband, to be, is God. Let God minister to your soul. Take it or you leave it. Don't listen to people that will tell you it's somebody that killed your child. They want to mislead you. If I did not have God in me, there's nothing they didn't tell me. They killed that child. That child, what didn't they say? That child is a glorious child. That child is the child that would have made you. That child is the child that would have built house for you. Don't mind them. If that is the child that will build house for you, God won't allow the child to go. Please, any child that will bury you won't die before you. Please, that baby came, has a reason. God knows why. And God has taken that child. Don't let them go and start allowing you to. Some prophets will be coming out now that you should come and see them secretly. Don't let them destroy your life. Cast your burden onto God. Let God, only God, minister to you. Don't let them make you afraid of life. God loves you. And don't make them make you feel because you are a sinner, because they told me that too, you are not praying enough. That's what they told me. Even one told me that the testimony I give in the church is too much. To my face, not behind me. It's not as if they gossip me. The person told me to my face, to an extent that even when I have testimony, I can't share it. I'll be afraid. I'll be afraid. I said, if person give testimony church, so picking na him, they go still keep picking. Don't allow them take you away from God. Don't allow them make you derail, and do not for one day say there's no God. I don't know what you serve, whatever you are serving. Don't allow them go and allow you to go and do just towards maybe other children, because they can tell you it's their mother that did it. If it is their mother, please let God deal with them. Don't let anybody teach you anything that God did not teach you. I'm talking from experience, because at the end of the day, this is a test for you. It's a big one. Have you heard about the more glorious you'll be in life, the bigger your test? May God carry this test for you, Chioma. May God help you. It's a big test for you, I know. And it's a painful one. But God will see you through. God will see you through. And God will help Davido too. God will help you, people. I can't tell you that you will forget him, but I can tell you that his memory will be worthwhile. The time will come. You probably will know the reason why he came. You will probably know. You probably know. God will allow you know. Like me, the death of that my child made me now love God the more. I'm telling you. Maybe that's my own lesson. Made me now got closer to the things of God. I supposed to draw me away from God. I was so scared to blaspheme against God. That was my own lesson. It made me closer to God. It made me fear God the more. Because I had no other place to go to. I quickly went under the canopy of God and got closer to Him. I don't know what lesson yours will be, but I pray that God will show you what lesson He wants you to learn from this. But time, grief, mourn, take your time. God be with you, Chioma. God be with you, Davido. Please, friends and family, please, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run, let us not add to those people's issue. Have them in your prayer. Support them in your prayer. We know we all love Davido and Chioma, but this is the time they need all of us more. Even if we don't know them personally, we can have them in our prayer. Be careful what you type out there, please. For Chioma's sanity, for Davido's sanity, please be careful what you type. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, please. Be careful what you type out there. It is well. I only came out because of them today. Okay? Be careful. It is well. So, that is all I have to say for today. You know, we are all still thinking about Davido and Chioma, so there's no other thing. That's all I came out to talk about with them. And I want to please, the prophets should please suspend those things for now. Have them in your prayers, in your corner. Please, for now, let those people grieve. Let them process this thing in their mind and their soul. Let's just have them in our prayers. Send their love, our love to them. You understand? Yes, she's right, Chichi. After I've experienced 3. Although the others were from the hospital, like they were premature. Yeah, it's true. Funke Arowolo is right. Mustafa was the only one that is a full child that but the others was 6 months pregnancy. After that, he died in the neonatal. You understand? That's Adesoya. Then the other one was a girl. I gave birth before due date. They're premature, and also she died in the hospital. They never got home. But Mustafa's son was that I had, and that was my journey until I had my last child. For 7 good years, I had a lot of challenges with, because I was diagnosed with cervical incompetence after the challenges of Mustafa. Then those other 2, due to the cervical incompetence, they failed. So 6 months pregnancy, I gave birth. The child was in neonatal, then he died. That was his Adesoya. The girl, I couldn't even name her because I was almost going to. They needed to save my life. And, she died in the process. They needed to keep me alive for the girl. Yeah, so it's true. Funke is correct. And I didn't name the girl, but Adesoya, I named him Adesoya. Is Adesoya. He was in the hospital in neonatal for 14 days, and he died. Yeah. So those were my experience. It was within, it was 7 years. On the seventh year was when I then gave birth to this my last baby. And the hospital, because of all these experiences, they said I can't, no more childbearing. I've had terrible experiences, in that, between the death of that child and the last child of mine. So that's how my story. Yes, Funke Arolo is right. Because I've shared that my experience with you people before. So it's an experience. And so when you are talking about children, you see how I withdraw myself. This is my reason. I said, until you understand what it is about children, you've gone through. God forbid none of you will go through all this. None of you, even my enemies, wouldn't go through all this. Talk less of your enemy, those that take themselves as my enemy. You understand? So that's why you don't see me anything about children. I'm always very passionate and scared, because I know that the pain of a mother, you don't want to see a child die. You don't even want to see a child sick. You don't want anything to go wrong with a child. So that is why, every time you see people doing some things, ask them their story. What is your story? You understand? Then you'll be able to know why their reasoning is like this. Do you get it? Why are they like this? That's my own background. That's my story. Yeah. It's true. Karolo is right. Karolo is right. So guys, please, any way you can console Davido, any way you can love Chioma, please, just be sending it out to them. And if you see people that are coming to prophesy, please beg them to stop. If all these people talking about negligence, everything, let them come out of whatever, negligence, whatever it is that they would tell us, and they would do. I trust Davido's family. I trust Davido's family. I know they won't leave any stone untouched. I can hit my chest for those people. They won't leave any stone untouched. If it's anything dodgy that is physical, we will hear in due course. Davido, Davido is not a nice guy. He's probably sober now because of what has happened to him. He's not a nice guy. That I mean is that he wouldn't take it if it's that, it's something that was purposely done to take the life of his child. He won't take it. So let's leave them. They are still mourning. Love you more, Sandra Obaseki. You understand? Let's leave them. Let's pray for them. And beg that prophet, please, sir. Please, people should wait. Please. And the prophecy and the vision, please, people should just please hold on with that vision. Please. 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 If possible, do the prayers and please, just let them be for now. Let them be. It is well with all of us. Good night, everybody. I can't do my normal chat. We'll continue tomorrow. I wanted to talk about Toyi Amaku and some things, but that is not, at least let's, the mood is not very, everybody is just angry, sad, confused. So let's please, let's be praying for them. So we'll continue with the courtroom tomorrow by the grace of God. Okay? So good night, everybody. I love you all. Badamosi, longest time, Abiba, my darling sister. Good night, Scott Clark. Good night, Chichi. Good night, Yeye Judy. Good night, Funke Arowolo. Good night, Funke Kuforoji. Good night, Scott Clark One. Good night, Wumi Ahava. Golden Heart. Good night, everybody. Chino, Julie Chi. Good night, Sandra Baseki. Good night, Tukpe Oguntuwashi. Good night, all the people in the culture. Sister Wande, Sister, Ebeloma, Oluwatosin. Good night, Amusa Omotola, Evelyn Ona Ihomaro. Good night, Mavis Ajay, Uluwa Fumilayo, Okay, Odo, Tolu. Good night, everybody. Good night, Omonike, Ikeade, my darling. Faith, amen. Nekme, Osaruyi. Good night, everybody. Ose, Omorogbe, my darling sister. Omolara Babalola, good night. Omowumi Abeke, good J Light. Good night, everybody. I can't get to greet you all. Love you all. See you again tomorrow. Okay, let's go and rest our heads. Okay, good night, everybody. Love you more. Love you more. Oh, Flaky Chuku TV, darling. Good night. Eniola Semio. I love you, people. Tolu Dorcas, how are you, sweetie? God bless you. Good night. All right. Bye. Bye.